utilizing the shotgun knees to do a fair bit of damage to Canna. It looks like Team Secret will be able to just move themselves back, but without the flash on the Camille, means this next skirmish might be a little bit more difficult here for Team Secret, as Busio really has unlocked himself from the map in this game. This is what we've been wanting to see from him. Looks a lot more comfortable on the lead this time around. It's okay, the hookshot comes in this time. I may have cursed him. I'm so sorry, Busio. First blood goes over to Pon. Eat the CC. Very, very nicely done there. Gets himself out of the way as now Kalisz possibly in trouble as Eddie is on the hunt. Needs another auto attack, and he just spell shields the ultimate. That turret was doing a lot of damage, but not enough to kill the Sivir, and they just walk it off.
That was not a lot of vision. cloudShaman just walk you down.
All right, that is going to be a bit of an engage out of Busio, but takes some Twin Fangs back. Histo just going to get himself out of there with a flag and drag.
Happening all game. Busio and BA just going at it, but nothing really happens.
Just yet. But Team Secret just wanting to, they were listening to you, right? They were like, now we've got to try and get out and do stuff. Yike is going to stop that from happening. Solar Flare comes on down here as Histo's the one tanking up everything. Gets a good old shield, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. And now Pun is next on the menu. 2 kills here for KC as they come alive. The double wallop from Canna, who just sees himself out, finds himself the Q there as well, and knocks down BA. An absolute disaster for Team Secret, but KC looking way better now. You lose something like that and you are feeling terrible moving towards the rest of the game. Yahoo finding a bit of an angle. We mentioned as well about these item spikes, and that gunplate is there. Dire not going to be able to save his support, and also not going to be able to fight this Akali either.
So the next one they should be aiming for onto Canna. However, they've called him as Mini-Gnar. Busio is there to cover that.
Not sure about that flash though from Pun as he picks up the turret aggro. Busio comes on down. Mega Inferno Bomb. Good night, Urgot. And Pun will be hitting the deck. The rest of Team Secret just trying to run away as Yike positions himself in that pixel brush. And it feels like the early game was going really well for Team Secret, and since then nothing has really worked. They're going to go for another thing here as Dire is sinking the fangs in. Busio are kind of realizing that he had nowhere to go, and so he is just dead once again. Stormrazor done, cashed in that cull. That's why he's close to a 900 gold advantage. As Team Secret looking for Dragon number 2. Busio and BA kind of fighting one another. Ricochet's flying through this mid lane as Kallista's moving on over. Yahoo, so incredibly scary. And the flag and drag will get Histo out of there after he secures the Dragon. Mega Inferno Bomb, BA gonna get caught. And yes, the Ricochets are bouncing through, but there is not enough.
Very beginning, it just wasn't so hot. Now with the Akali, very decisive. Look at his target, kills his target, Canna calls.
All right, yeah, Canna is gonna hit Mega Gnar, but doing so much damage here to Pun. The shotgun knee's not going to be enough, and Histo just has to get out of there. Boulder toss not going to land, but Canna doesn't mind. He's already taken. So far, I feel like Team Secret needs to do something pretty soon. Otherwise, they will just kind of start falling apart. As BA is going to show up here, diving the Cassiopeia could be a problematic position as there's a Hextech ultimatum. Does yell at them, but I don't know whether it's going to do quite enough, as Busio is going to be the collateral damage once again as Pun finds his way in. He does manage to pick this one up. There is a Ziggs just doing some damage, unfortunately.
Well, Histo gets out by the skin of his teeth. As BA is looking to play a bit aggressive on Yike.
Yeah, Solar Play comes in, does slow him down. Mega in front of him doing a lot of damage. The flash out from this Camille as Pun just trying to hold him in position. There it is, manages to get the fear out, but it's not quite going to do too much. As it's only Yike falling down for now, but now Dire finds the Twin Fangs. Eddie's on a killing spree now. And Team Secret even out the kills. And yeah, you're right, I think that this should just be them taking down the Baron.
What a great catch. KC overextends at the red buff, knowing that they've sent their jungler packing back in base, and now Yahoo and Canna are needed to make the impossible possible.
Well, they're going to have to try and kill them because they do not have a smite. Let's see whether they can get an angle in as he goes into his shroud. Now they're just looking to take him down. I don't think there's anywhere for him to go. The Baron is going to go over as Canna wants to do something. Kalista's already walking away though as Team Secret. They secure the Baron. And they end at least though.
I hope you're sitting comfortably. Eddie's not sitting comfortably at all.
Yeah, well, he's going to go on the hunt for an escape, and he's not going to quite find it, but the petrifying gaze will mean that the Akali will be traded. Hextech Ultimatum is going to be answered here and actually keeps himself alive. BA surviving for so long, and it's only Boostio that's here. And Dire should be able to sink the fangs in and take him down. Yike is going to die.
So they've got to be very, very careful with their positioning and their vision. And talking about both,
yeah, Canna is just going to hop over here as the Mega Inferno. But man, that looked like the classic Ziggs Camille combo, but they were on different teams.
This is for the Urgot. Very important. If he was tanky before, he's tankier now. And I feel like, again, with how squishy the composition of KC is.
Oh, flashing on top of Eddie, who does get the spell shield off. There's the knock up onto Yike. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down though. Eddie's still alive for a moment, but Canna gets in there. Who's able to shut him down. And that's a great kill onto the Sivir. A lot of that consistent damage now. You just want to hit the purple one, and that's what they're going to be doing for now. As BA trying to catch Yike, making his way in. Hextech Ultimatum comes down. The smite was a little bit early, but still Histo gets it, and the massive Gnar from Canna picks everyone up and slams them against the wall. That should be KC taking game number 1, and the immediate teleport says, Canna, I'm getting out of this game. We're getting to game 2, and we are keeping ourselves alive here at EWC.
KC with an incredible team fight. Team Secret was looking at Baron, but KC's looking at the win.
And sometimes, I mean, Baron for Nexus, it's been a trade as old as time. And unfortunately for Team Secret, it will be their demise in this game as KC, one win away from staying alive here at EWC.